The following is transcribed.
Welcome to the Bat-Supe Season 2, Preheat. Well, there's lots of excitement around Bat-Supe corporate headquarters, and we're expecting a big announcement. Could this mean the swell prizes are back? And speaking of being back, Clark Kent is back at the Daily Planet, but he's not looking so good. So let's tie on those capes for lots of rationalization, plenty of delirium, and mysterious phone calls galore. Sidney, whoever he is, and Henry Miller, a.k.a. the Atom Man, have gotten their grubby little hands on more kryptonite. Will they be able to dissolve it? Find out in Part 3 of The Atom Man in Metropolis, as originally broadcast on November 9th, 1945. But first...
Greetings, everyone. From the Reciprocal News Update Desk, I'm Scoop Digger. Lawyers for both the federal government and Bat-Supe Incorporated left the courtroom this afternoon smiling, which is odd by itself. Never mind that where this case is concerned, nobody has been smiling. Speculation abounds as to the goings-on in the courtroom as a so-called gag order has been issued, as well as a strict media blackout as a stunning part of opening arguments. In a statement released by the Office of Chief Counsel Jervis Philpott, quote, "There are too many case history precedents on the line to have this decision swayed by public opinion, and the judge agreed that the less publicity in this case, the better," unquote. We caught up with the lawyer representing Bat-Supe Incorporated, Shecky Stedmeyer, and this is what he had to say.
Gag order? A gag order against the beloved family soup company? Is this supposed to be funny? Like our soup, though not remotely nutritious, is not a regular part of the Philpott family lunch rotation? Shame, counselor. I say... shame.
What this means for the soup company's advertising ambitions and current benevolence campaign by way of their swell scholarship is anybody's guess, but we'll let you know should any details emerge. Meanwhile, we return you to your regularly scheduled programming. From the Reciprocal News Update Desk, I'm Scoop Digger.
Curtain. Music.
The super delicious cereal presents The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Having defeated Superman in a titanic battle, Henry Miller, the Nazi Atom Man, discovered that the solution of kryptonite in his blood, which enabled him to generate atomic power within his own body, had been exhausted. Aware that a woman known as the Scarlet Widow had stolen the original kryptonite fragment, Miller contacted a sinister fat man named Sidney, who traced the widow to her hideout and demanded that she sell him her last remaining piece of the element. Meanwhile, Jimmy Olsen had been summoned to a small country hospital, where the unconscious Superman, his identity unknown, had been given only a few hours to live. But when Jimmy was led into the room in the hope that he could identify the dying man, Superman had disappeared. As we continue the next morning, Jimmy has returned to Metropolis and is in the office of Editor Perry White at the Daily Planet. Listen.
When I got into the room, Mr. White, the man, whoever he was gone. They looked all over the hospital for him and all through the grounds, but they couldn't find him.
I thought you said he was unconscious, in a coma.
Well, he was. They didn't expect him to live until morning. So how could he just get up and walk out of the hospital?
Well, he couldn't. Somebody must have carried him out.
Oh, but they couldn't, without being seen. The head nurse's desk is right near the door, and somebody was on duty there all the time.
Well, maybe they took him out through the window. Didn't anybody think of that?
Well, sure, but the room is on the 3rd floor, and the fire escape is at the other end of the building.
Well, they still make ladders, don't they?
Huh? Well, sure they do, but who'd go to all that trouble, and why?
Henry Miller, of course, or somebody working with him. They found out the fellow wasn't dead, and they were afraid he'd tell who tried to kill him, and maybe what Miller and Teufel were up to, so they took him away.
Oh, the poor guy. Miller will certainly finish him this time. Gosh, when I think of those green sparks shooting out of his hand...
Oh, stop with those green sparks. It was lightning you saw. Freak storm.
No, it wasn't, Chief. I mean, Mr. White.
Of course it was. Oh, boy, how I'd like to get my hands on that Miller. Palming himself off as an American war veteran. Getting me to give him a job, and all the time he was a dirty Nazi.
What I don't understand is why he took me out to that beach cottage. I never did anything to him. Gosh, Mr. Ken and I thought he was a nice guy.
Oh, that reminds me. Kent fancies himself a great detective. Maybe he can find out what this is all about. Where is he?
Huh? Oh, I don't know. I called his apartment twice this morning. No answer.
Yeah, and it's after 10 o'clock. He's probably off on his own hook again. And if he is, he's through this time for good. I warned him.
Well, he might have gone to see his doctor. He was sick yesterday morning, you know.
Huh? Oh, yes, I forgot. Well, he ought to be along soon, then. Incidentally, remind me to tell him that John Millison wants him to call. He says it's very important.
Want me to answer?
I am still able to answer my own phone, thank you. Hello? Very White speak. Oh, hello, Doc. Hello. No, I haven't forgotten, but Ken hasn't been in yet. Yes, I know he isn't at his apartment, and he'll probably be in soon. It's payday, and he usually condescends to drop in then. You sure I can't help you? I see. Well, all right, I'll make sure he calls you the moment he comes in. You're welcome. Goodbye. Millison again. I wonder what he's so all-fired eager to get hold of Kent for.
Oh, is that Dr. John Millison, the big scientist?
Yes. He says he must talk to Kent at once.
I just remembered. Mr. Kent sent me over to his laboratory with something a few weeks ago.
Huh? With what?
Oh, I don't know what it was. It seemed to be just a sliver of green metal, but it burned when you held it in your hands. It was in a flower pot in the Scarlet Widow's apartment.
I see. Now, of course, Kent wouldn't tell me about it. I'm only his editor. I'm not supposed to know what stories he's working on until he decides to take me into his confidence. I will...
Oh, here's Mr. Kent now.
Well, it's about time. What's that outfit you've got on, Kent?
Well, what's the idea of the overalls, Mr. Kent?
Well, why don't you answer? What are you standing there for? Come in.
Yes, all right.
Well, come on, explain yourself. Where have you been? And what in tarnation is the idea of dressing up in those dirty overalls? But, Kent, what's the matter? Grab him, Olson. He's going to fall.
I've got him. Here, sit down in this chair, Mr. Kent. Gosh, what's the matter? What happened?
I don't know. Since...
You don't know. Olson, get him a glass of water.
Okay.
Never mind. Wait, there's water here in my tub.
What do you mean you don't know, Mr. Kent? Were you in an accident or something?
Accident? Yes. No.
Yes,
Don't
no.
bother him yet. Don't bother him. Here, Kent, drink this.
Oh. Thanks.
Do you feel any better now?
Yeah. I feel strange.
Strange? Well, how do you mean?
I'm weak. I'm tired. I've been walking. Walking?
Walking where?
I don't know. Just walking. I couldn't get myself up in the air.
Huh?
Hey, he's out of his mind. We've got to find out what happened to him. Now, come on, Kent. Try to pull yourself together. What happened to you? Where did you get those overalls?
From a farmer.
Farmer?
What farmer?
I met him on the road. He gave me a ride. He was a nice man. I had on pajamas. He gave me these overalls.
You were on a road somewhere in your pajamas?
Good Godfrey. Why?
I don't know. I can't remember anything after fight.
What? Oh, so that's it. He was in a fight and somebody beat his brains out. He ought to know better. He can't fight. Wait a minute. Couldn't have been in a fight. There isn't a mark on him.
Well, that's right. Gosh, what is wrong with him, Chief?
He's having a nervous breakdown, that's what. Lois was right. Superman should have left him in that rest home.
Yes, Superman.
What about Superman?
Had to come here and tell you.
You have to tell us what?
Atom Man.
Atom Man?
Yes. Miller. I must stop.
Eh? Are you talking about Henry Miller?
Yes. He's Atom Man. Box on his throat. Power.
He's nutty as a squirrel. Olson, call up.
I know what he means. He means Miller's the Atom Man.
What? Now, look here, Olson. Don't you go crazy, too.
That must be it. Those sparks shooting out of Miller's hands. And he was a Nazi, and he was with Teufel. And before Teufel escaped to Germany with the kryptonite, he said he was going to create an Atom Man to destroy Superman. Well, that was why Mr. Kent was so worried. Don't you remember?
Yes, I remember all right. Kent wouldn't listen to me, and he worried himself into a nervous breakdown. An Atom Man destroying Superman. I've heard enough of that nonsense from Kent. Now, I don't want to hear any more of it from you.
But
I said stop it. He's out of his mind, and now you want to drive me batty, too.
But he just said Henry Miller was the Atom Man.
Does he act like he knows what he's talking about? He must have seen a headline about Miller being on that beach with Teufel, and so now he thinks that Miller is an Atom Man. I'm going to take him to my own doctor right now, and then maybe I'll take him to Florida. If he listened to me, he'd gone there last week.
There's a box on his throat.
Yes.
Controls
Sure. Now, come on, Kent. Up on your feet, boy. You come with me, and I'll take care of you.
All right.
Answer the phone, Olson. And if it's for me, say I'm out. Don't know when I'll be back. Let Lois and Burroughs handle things.
Okay. Mr. White's office. Jim Olson speaking.
You come along, Kent. I'm here now, and you'll be all right.
Oh, hello, Dr. Millison. Mr. Kent? Oh, no, he was in, but he just went out again. He's sick. Oh, but he couldn't call you, Dr. Millison. Do I know how to get in touch with Superman? Are you kidding? Excuse me, of course I don't. Yes, I'll tell Mr. Kent as soon as I see him again. Okay, bye. Asking me if I can get in touch with Superman. Huh? Some people must think he works here or something.
Replacing the phone, Jimmy Olsen looks anxiously after the dazed, staggering Clark Kent, who is being led away by Perry White. Why is Dr. Millison, the famous scientist who was unable to help Superman defend himself against the power of the kryptonite, now so eager to contact him? We'll return in a moment for the exciting climax of today's episode. But right now, here's a word from your announcer.
You know, gang, that old phrase, as much fun as a barrel of monkeys, is kind of out of date. Nowadays, it's as much fun as a collection of comic buttons. Yes, sir, these new comic buttons that come in packages of Kellogg's Pep are a barrel of fun. There's a doggone smart looking in the first place, right on the beam. The full-color pictures of your funny sheet favorites stand out like anything against the clear white background. Then, there's the kick that you get out of adding another button to your collection and swapping any duplicates with your friends. Thanks to the grand old Kellogg Company, it's easy as 1, 2, 3 to collect all 18 different buttons. All you do is to ask Mom to get you a good supply of that super delicious whole wheat flake cereal, Kellogg's Pep. That's the only way you can get these nifty comic buttons. You don't send in any money, not even a box top. Just look inside the Pep package, and there you are, one of these exciting new comic buttons, or a military insignia or warplane button. Don't forget now, there's a prize for you in every package of P.E.P. Pep, made by Kellogg's of Battle Creek. Now back to the adventures of Superman.
Shortly after the dazed Superman in his guise of Clark Kent was led from the Daily Planet by his anxious editor, Sidney, the sinister fat man, wedged himself into a phone booth in a drugstore and made a call.
Hello, this is Sidney. Put him on the phone.
Hello, this is Miller.
Quiet. I know who you are.
Oh, yeah, listen, did you get the...
Stop it. Haven't you any sense? Of course I got it.
Good, that's wonderful.
Our party was cautious, so it took longer than I expected. But everything's arranged. Now pay attention. Don't interrupt. Zito knows where to take you. You'll, fix your hair and your clothes as he directs before you leave. You understand?
Yes. Where are we going to...
I said don't interrupt. You, have the, formula written down.
Yes.
Well, bring it with you. We'll find out if it works. I'll meet you. That's all. Boots are too small.
Extricating himself with difficulty from the phone booth, Sidney waddles through the crowded drugstore to the street, his moon-like face showing no sign of the greedy eagerness in his fat body. For in his overcoat pocket, wrapped in lead foil and clutched tightly in his pudgy hand, is a small piece of green glowing radioactive kryptonite, the deadly element which, when dissolved and injected into Henry Miller's blood, will transform him once more into an atomic monster, able to destroy anything in his path. What will happen? Will Miller's formula, which he says he received from his father, dissolve the kryptonite? And what of Superman escaping death by only a miracle, and now dazed and helpless? Fellows and girls, Monday's episode is tense and exciting, so don't miss it. Tune in, same time, same station, for the adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
And now, faster than a speeding bullet, it's part 4 of The Atom Man in Metropolis, as originally broadcast on November 12th, 1945.
Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Left for dead on a lonely beach by Henry Miller, the Atom Man, Superman was brought to a country hospital where he lay in a coma for many hours. His identity unknown, but the following morning, weak and dazed, he managed to make his way back to the Daily Planet where he could only mumble strange words. Meanwhile, discovering that the solution of kryptonite in his blood, which had made him an Atom Man, had been exhausted in his titanic battle with Superman, Miller contacted a strange character known only as Sidney. Sidney, in turn, contacted the Scarlet Widow, who had stolen the original kryptonite fragment from the Metropolis Museum and forced her to sell him the last remaining piece of the element. As we continue now, Sidney, Miller, and a German chemist named Joseph Bush are in a laboratory in the attic of a Metropolis bungalow. Suspended over a Bunsen burner is a quartz beaker in which a colorless liquid boils violently and gives off cloudy fumes. At the bottom of the beaker is a mass of green glowing powder. Bush, the chemist, is speaking.
You are sure you gave me the right formula, Herr Miller?
Positive. 6 parts of hydrofluoride to 1.5 parts of aqua regia.
You have not forgotten anything?
Nope. It's the same formula my father worked out in Germany. I was there.
And it dissolves the kryptonite,
How else do you think it could have been injected into my blood? He ground it into a powder just as you did, then put it into a beaker with the hydrofluoride and aqua regia.
Why are you asking all these questions, Bush?
Because, Sidney, you can see for yourself. The kryptonite is not dissolving.
I don't understand it.
I do. Obviously, you didn't give Bush the right formula.
But I did, Sidney.
Then why doesn't it work?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're a fool, Miller. And I, for the first time in my life, have been a fool, too. Do you realize I paid the Scarlet Widow $1 million for that spoonful of green powder?
$1 million?
Yes. I had to get rid of Papa Rausch besides, to keep him from getting it.
If you had asked me first, mein Herr, I would have advised against it. The whole idea is fantastic. To create a human atom man.
What do you mean, fantastic? Teufel did it with me, and I killed Superman with my atomic power.
That I do not believe.
I did, I tell you.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Boy's telling the truth, Bush. I happen to know that Teufel did inject kryptonite into his veins, and it did give him atomic power.
It is difficult to believe.
Never mind what you believe. Your job is to dissolve that stuff. Now go ahead and do it.
But the formula is wrong.
It is not. You're a stupid fool, Bush. Schweinhund, I tell you.
Stop it, both of you. Get to work, Bush. Dissolve that kryptonite.
You do not seem to understand. To find the formula for dissolving such a hard element as this, and one so complex, takes years.
Years?
Yeah. And even then it may fail.
It had better not fail. I don't intend to lose my hard-earned money. Miller, you said you were sure of your father's formula.
Positive.
Then give it to Bush. Correctly. Or a policeman will find you in a dark alley tomorrow morning. With one of Gito's sacrificial knives in your back. Now get busy.
What's that?
It's a ventilator fan, carrying the fumes away. It still does not dissolve. Miller, try to remember. There must have been some other agent, some catalyst with the acids.
No, I can't remember any.
There must have been. Try to remember. Did your father perhaps add acetone?
No.
Or ethyl iodine, or molybdenum?
He tried molybdenum first, but it didn't work.
Perhaps copper chromite then?
No.
Or sulfurochloride?
He tried that too, but...
Phosphorus oxychloride?
No.
Keep trying, Bush. Keep trying. Maybe he'll remember.
What is the use? There are 10,000 chemicals which might have been used, but it is clear this young fool does not remember.
Wait a minute.
What?
I just remembered. I think my father did use another chemical.
Yeah? What?
Quickly, what was it?
I'm trying to think. Wait a minute. It seems to me that he did something to the powder before he put it into the beaker with the hydrofluoride. Yes, he did.
What did he do? What?
Wait a minute. It was the night he told Teufel and me that he finally had the right formula. Teufel asked him what it was, and he said 6 parts hydrofluoride, 1.5 parts aqua regia.
That we know. Quiet. Go on.
Teufel got terribly excited and started to measure out the acids. My father told me to bring him the teapot. I knew he was very tired. He'd been working night and day for almost a week. I brought the pot to the slab of stone he was using for a table, and then went to the other end of the cave for the hot water kettle.
What is this talk of teapots and kettles? Tell us.
I'm coming to it. Wait. When I got back with the kettle of water, my father waved it away. He was just putting the teapot down, And I remember noticing that the kryptonite powder in the mortar was wet, and that it hissed and gave out sparks. I didn't think anything about it at the time. I was excited and tired, too. But now I think he poured the tea brew on the powder.
What? Tea brew?
Yes, it must have been that. He had the pot in his hand, and Teufel had the acid several feet away where my father had rigged up a coal oil burner.
You think it could have been the tea, Bush?
In tea, there's only tannic acid.
Could that do it?
Of course not.
It must have been the tea.
Such stupid, childish talk.
Confound you, Bush!
Look here, Bush. We've got nothing to lose except my $1 million, and I don't intend to lose that. Now, try the tea.
What, it is a waste of time, an insult to my intelligence.
I said, try it.
All right. I will have to empty the acid into another beaker. Miller, go down to the kitchen and ask my wife for the teapot.
Okay, and I'll bet it works.
You'd better pray that it does.
It's a waste of time. Nothing else.
Time is less valuable than money. Time is... And if it works, I'll have all the money I want. All the money in the world. Think of it, Bush. How much do you think the Bank of England would pay not to have London blown into dust? How much do you think they'll pay to have me spare 'em?
It is impossible. Eric, even if this kryptonite can be dissolved, once it is injected into Miller's system, he will die.
He didn't die the last time, and he's begging to take the chance again for the glory of the fatherland.
I've got the teapot.
Bring it here.
There you are.
I know this is senseless, but since you wish it... So.
See how it hisses and sparks.
Right, it does.
Wait. The powder is not yet dissolved.
Pour in the hydrofluoride and aqua regia.
That is what I am doing.
Anything happening yet?
Not yet. Do not stand so close. These fumes are very dangerous. Say, Himmel.
What is it?
The powder. Yeah. It is actually beginning to dissolve.
It is?
Yeah. See how it is slowly disappearing. How the liquid becomes a deeper and deeper green. This is amazing.
Didn't I tell you? You called me a fool. You said I was stupid. Now what do you say? What?
His eyes blazing with triumph, Henry Miller watches the kryptonite powder slowly dissolve in the hissing, boiling acid. Will this deadly brew make him once more a human atomic monster, able to destroy anything in his path? We'll return in a moment for the climax of today's episode. But first, here's a word from your announcer.
You know, gang, one of the best things about this new series of comic buttons Kellogg's Pep is putting out is that you keep right on having fun. Yes, sir. This isn't something that you do in a minute and then forget. You get loads of fun for weeks and weeks. First off, it's mighty exciting to see which button is inside the package when Mom opens a new package of Pep. Maybe it's a comic button that you don't have yet. Maybe Lillum's or Herbie or Haroldine or maybe even Superman, complete with cape and Superman insignia. But if it's a duplicate, that's even more fun because then you can scout around and see which one of your pals has a different button to swap with you. Now, it's a cinch to collect all 18 different buttons. All you do is to ask Mom to get you a package or two of that super delicious whole wheat flake cereal, Kellogg's Pep. Remember, you can't buy these new comic buttons, and you don't send in any money, not even a box top. They come only as prizes inside the Pep package. So get busy. Ask Mom to get you a package of Pep tomorrow. Then see which prize you find inside. One of these smart new comic buttons or a military insignia or warplane button. That's P-E-P, Pep, made by Kellogg's of Battle Creek. Now back to the adventures of Superman.
As Henry Miller, Sidney, and their Nazi chemist succeed at last in dissolving the kryptonite, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, is high above the city in a transport plane with Editor Perry White. The Man of Steel's mind is still numb and dazed from his battle with the Atom Man, and he mumbles strangely, almost incoherently.
Yes, Sir Kent, a few weeks in Florida will make you as good as new again. The doctor agreed with me. All you need is some rest and sunshine and freedom from worry.
Must stop Miller. Got to stop him.
Now, just get Miller off your mind.
Can't.
He's another dirty Nazi, that's all. The police will take care of him.
Oh, no, they can't. Miller is the Atom Man.
Now, forget Miller, I tell you. Just concentrate on getting well.
But we've...
Yes, sir, we're going to have a fine time. I needed a little vacation, too.
But you...
We'll sun ourselves on the beach and get in some good deep-sea fishing.
Listen, there's a box on his throat. That box controls his power.
What box on what throat?
Miller...
No, that again. Now listen to me, Kent.
Oh,
For your own good, you've got to forget about Miller and everything else.
Wait.
Just think about getting a lot of sunshine and rest.
But only I know. Only I can stop him from destroying. Only I must get that box before he sees me.
Kent, will you stop it?
Only I... Oh, but there's something wrong with me. I have no strength. It's hard to think. Only I can stop it. Only I...
Weak and dazed, Clark Kent, who is Superman, repeats the same phrase over and over, trying vainly to recapture his former strength, while the plane speeds him farther and farther from Metropolis, soon to be threatened by Henry Miller and the sinister Sidney. What will happen? Only Superman knows the menace of Henry Miller and the secret of his power. But Superman is helpless now. Fellows and girls, there are thrills and excitement ahead for you in tomorrow's episode. So don't miss it. Tune in, same time, same station, and follow the adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Fellows and girls, be sure to follow the adventures of Superman. Brought to you every day, Monday through Friday. Same time, same station, by the grand old Kellogg Company of Battle Creek. And for other thrilling adventures of Superman, see your local newspaper. Superman is also a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC publications.
Superman, an inarticulate mass of quivering jelly, better known as Clark Kent, and Henry Miller, poised to be the poster child for better living through chemistry? Not to mention a Bat-Supe Swell Scholarship winner on the horizon? It's almost enough to make me forget to say, thanks for listening. Be sure to invite your friends to listen by way of their favorite podcatcher or by way of YouTube or Facebook. Meanwhile, stay cool and stay safe, and we'll see you next time, fellows and girls. Until then, up, and away!
It is customary to associate stories of the supernatural with hot tropical countries. And while it is true that many strange tales reach us from places such as India and Africa, it is nonetheless true that the lands of ice and snow have their own incredible legends. Consider, for example, the case of that curious figure of the far north, the monk of Sawtooth Mountain.
The chief attraction that drew Joseph Holland and his wife to Alaska that summer was the fact that it was practically unpopulated. They were tired of the fervid social whirl, and the prospect of a land where almost no one lived seemed highly alluring to them. On a certain evening toward the end of their visit, they sat at a bar in a village near the foot of the Sawtooth Range. The bartender, his chin resting on his cupped hands, listened with interest to their conversation.
But you heard what the man at the hotel said. There's a storm in the valley every day. The worst snowstorms in the whole country.
I still think we ought to try it. Sure you ought to try it.
You mean we won't get lost?
Oh, you'll probably get lost, and the dogs will get lost, too. But you'll pull out of it okay, and you'll be glad you tried it. It's an experience you'll never forget.
And that was all the bartender would say. It was cold the morning they started out, bitter cold. But the sun was bright in the heavens, and there was no hint of a storm. At least, not until they reached the approaches to the valley. And then suddenly the storm was on them in all its fury. The wind shrieked around their heads. And so, huddling close together and grasping each other's hands, they placed their slim faith in the team of dogs. And then, as the storm reached its peak, they could feel themselves being pulled in first in one direction and then another. And they knew that now the dogs, too, had lost the trail. Grace Holland leaped to her feet and shouted in her husband's ear,
I'm going to get out. I'm going to look for the trail myself.
And so saying, she started to step over the edge of the sled. But suddenly she stopped, and she pointed out at the swirling snow.
Joe! Joe, look! There's a man out there!
Joe Holland's eyes followed the line of her finger. It was utterly inconceivable, but there was a man out there. A man and a dog. The outline of their forms was only just visible.
He's a monk of some kind.
He's waving to us, Joe. He wants to show us the way.
The dog team was satisfied to follow any lead that was offered. And in a moment, the sled was moving on again. preceded by this strange, phantom-like figure who seemed to walk calmly, almost indifferently through the snow. In another hour, the end of the journey was in view. Joe and Grace Holland leaped from the sled and ran forward to thank their benefactor. But both the monk and his dog had vanished. It was 2 days later that the young couple found themselves back at the bar where they had first discussed their journey. The bartender greeted them genially.
Well, you made it through Stone Valley, I see.
But we wouldn't have if it hadn't been for, well...
I know. For the monk.
Oh.
Then there really was a monk. We didn't just dream it.
Everybody always says the same thing.
Everybody? You mean to say...
Sure. He's been guiding people along that trail for a couple of 100 years. If it weren't for him, there'd have been plenty of deaths in the valley. As it is, there's never been one.
That's all that anyone knows about the monk of Sawtooth Mountain. A legend, we may say, or a myth. But in saying it, we do not alter the fact that numerous men and women claim that they owe their lives to this remarkable figure. A figure incredible but true.
This episode featured the Mighty Bat-Supe players. Pete Lutz was Shecky Stedmeyer. Andy Hartzenboyer was everybody else.